Hello and welcome to the Coin Movement Fantasy Premier League Game Week Picks. This is a weekly feature where I choose standout selections across 6 categories backed up by stats, fixture analysis and tweets from the FPL community. The categories are Essential Pick, the must-have player for the game week. Then we have Nice to Have, a 1-game risky punt player selection. Differential, a pick with less than 10% ownership amongst managers. Clean Sheet Team Selection, a team not likely to concede a goal this weekend. Budget Pick, a cheap player pick to score well. And finally the all-important Captaincy Choice, top pick to score double points for your team.
Man City midfielders ran riot once again in Game Week 13. Leroy Sané and Raheem Sterling scoring 19 points and 16 points respectively. A special mention must go to Huddersfield and Aaron Moy. They absolutely stunned Wolves at home. 2 goals for Moy, 16 FPL points in the process. Arguably the upset of the weekend, with a lot of people expecting clean sheets from those Wolves defenders. The Game Week 13 picks winner was Nimal Prakash with a fantastic 53 points in total, including Sané and Sterling in those picks. It's going to take a lot to beat that score. The deadline for this round is Friday, November 30th, 7 PM GMT. As always, enter your 6 picks for the upcoming game week in the comments below. Let's take a look at the 6 selections for Game Week 14.
The essential pick is Eden Hazard. Despite the Belgian international having dropped in ownership and value of late, I'm backing Hazard to return to his early season form. The fact that the points have dried up may have a lot to do with the absence of target man Giroud. As you can see here, Eden has significantly underperformed in the weeks that Morata has started. A slight concern for owners might be that injury flag, but Hazard himself has played this down as nothing to be overly worried about. We can hope he shakes it off for Fulham at home next, who themselves broke a long run of defeats versus Southampton. However, problems continue in that defence, 33 goals conceded so far, 18 of which away from home. Eden Hazard is the Game Week 14 essential pick. The nice to have pick is Raheem Sterling. Still only owned by 13% of managers, it would be unjust not to include this guy in a category somewhere after his latest explosive performance. He is now the top scoring FPL player, 45 points scored since his Game Week 9 rest. Unfortunately, there is always a risk factor with rotation, and that Pep Roulette can strike without warning. The general consensus amongst the FPL community is that Sterling is reaching another level this year, and looking at both expected goals and assists for midfielders, it is clear to see he is overperforming. Raheem Sterling is the nice to have game week pick. The differential pick is Pascal Gross. Priced at 6.7 million and with ownership at a low 1.6%, Pascal Gross has been out of action since September when he picked up an ankle injury against Fulham. But he played an encouraging 82 minutes in Game Week 13, and the set-piece specialist's debut FPL season will stay strong in everyone's memory. This saw him become a favourite, and with the Seagulls fixtures looking good for the next while, it may be time to jump on early. These sentiments appear to be quietly echoed amongst the community. Pascal Gross is my differential pick for Game Week 14 as Brighton travel to Huddersfield. The clean sheet team selection is Manchester United away to Southampton. A clean sheet against Palace last time out. United play a side next who've struggled to score goals this season, 10 overall. With a lot of early doubts surrounding starters and midweek Champions League action to contend with, Luke Shaw would appear to be the pick of the bunch. The 5 million left back was suspended in Game Week 13 and seems most likely to grab the odd goal and assist. The budget pick is Andrus Tanaka. The Crystal Palace midfielder costs 5.7 million and has a 1% ownership, making him a budget differential. Just a solitary goal return so far in FPL this year is keeping Townsend off the radar, but he is nailed to start every week for Palace as their fixtures ease. Looking at the movement heat maps for the last 4 game weeks, Townsend is playing a forward role and notably has had at least 2 shots in each of those last 4 games. Knocking on the door, Andrus Townsend is my budget pick at home to Burnley. The captaincy choice is Mo Salah. Consistently returning lately and unlikely to be rotated for the Merseyside derby, I'm putting my confidence once again in Salah, but there are plenty of contenders this week, including Aguero, Sterling, even Mane and also Eden Hazard. Don't forget to post your own 6 picks in the comment section below. Good luck to all FPL managers for Game Week 14.